This is your High Desert Sports Report, the Victor Valley's only weekly action highlights sports program, covering our area's schools, teams, athletes, and sporting events. It was a rootin' tootin' race for a cure night at Wheel2Wheel Raceway for the Struders. 11-year-old Braden Struder races to the checkered and restrictor plate class after finishing second in the intermediates main. Dad, Brian Struder, in car 10, edges John Aiden at the wire to win the Pro 500 main. Pro 500 main pole is 3, Jacob Rogers. Outside row 1, Bobby Taylor in 766. Brian Struder, white 10. Two-tone blue 78, Kevin Oshins. 99, season points leader, John Alonso. John Wilborn, camo 11. John Aiden, 7. Gage Cheek, orange 97. Daniel Smithson, green 88. Buck Blair, the Dark Knight, in 39. Jeff Hines is 77. Ryan Tippett's 8. Off they go. A cluster coming out of the backstretch. 8 in the frame, with Bobby Taylor and Jacob Rogers wheel to wheel for the lead. Jacob Rogers is a stock car racing veteran out of Glen Avon, the 29-year-old carpenter by trade in his rookie season at Wheel2Wheel. Then it is Brian Struder going head-to-head with Bobby Taylor until the yellow interrupts the action. Restart, Bobby Taylor, then Brian Struder with John Aiden and Kevin Oshins gaining ground. Kevin Oshins will wind up finishing 4th. Bobby Taylor, former NHRA World Champion top alcohol dragster, in his second year racing at Wheel2Wheel. He was Pro 500 Rookie of the Year in 2017. Now it's Brian Struder out in front in the backstretch. High line, Bobby Taylor, then John Aiden overtaking Bobby Taylor coming out of the straightaway as Brian Struder increases his lead. 1 lap to go. It will be Brian Struder at the wire, just ahead of John Aiden. Bobby Taylor 3rd, lapping Daniel Smithson as Jacob Rogers is lapped and stalls at the finish. Intermediates main, field of 12. Sean Rogers, 2, pole position. Stevie Simpson, blue 28, right behind. Blue 51 is Mia Farrell, nicknamed Chipmunk. She is 11 years old. Blue Gray 23 is season points leader Jaden Manchester. Red 29, Ricky Simpson, defending track champion. Sean Rogers in front, 11-year-old nicknamed Gorilla, racing out of Riverside. 10-year-old Stevie Simpson in blue 28. White 10 with blue number is Braden Struder, who also races restrictor plate. Braden Struder finishes 2nd in this main, pulling within 1 point of the season lead in championship points. Jaden Manchester closing in. Jaden Manchester will finish 3rd and continue to lead in season points with 48. Stevie Simpson outlasts the field and races to the checkered, not quite as close as the video might show. Stevie Simpson actually lapping car 22 at the finish line. Second time this summer, Stevie Simpson wins the intermediates main. He has 32 season points. 9-year-old Cole Brown wins the Dirt Karts Juniors main, giving him 44 season points. Cole Brown races out of Glendora. Daisy Blaylock, orange and white 17, is declared the winner in the senior Dirt Karts main after 2 drivers are disqualified. The victory pulls Daisy Blaylock even with Dad Jeffro in season championship points with 44. Wheel2Wheel's second annual Mayor's Cup is a crowning success, bringing political representatives from all 5 high desert cities together to race for a cure.
You've got to be the odds-on favorite. You are the only experienced racer.
I know, I did this last year. I had a ball. It was so much fun to do.
This is really exciting. Apple Valley is here with all the cities of the high desert for a race for a cure. Cancer is so devastating. Unfortunately, it's affected my family. We're here to try to raise money to help find a cure for cancer. And we're doing that by all the mayors racing in these little cars on this crazy track that's muddy, by the way.
Hi, it's Jeremiah Brzezowski. I'm very excited and here for a race for a cure. in the great city of Victorville at the fairgrounds. Excited to raise money against cancer and be in the Mayor's Cup. Although I'm not a mayor, I'm the youngest city councilman in the High Desert. Excited to hopefully beat on some of these old guys and win and raise some money for cancer.
Yeah, I'm Mayor Pro Tem, Vice Mayor of Adelanto, Johnny Bugwooder Jr. I'm out here for the Mayor's Challenge on the race cars today, and I think I'll prevail.
Barstow's Julie Hackbarth McIntyre has the pole position. Victorville's Keith Metzler starts second. Apple Valley's Art Bishop third in the 6th lap event. Adelanto's Bug in the white 7, followed by Hesperia's Jeremiah Brasowski in the green 23. Third lap in the backstretch, Keith Metzler overtakes Julie Hackbarth McIntyre, pulling ahead to stay. Art Bishop finishes second. John Woodward, Adelanto's Bug, third. Julie Hackbarth McIntyre will spin out in lap 4 and finish 5th, behind 4th place Jeremiah Brasowski.
Keith, what do you got there?
I got the first place trophy. What an honor. I had such a great car. It hugged the ground really well. I just held on tightly and just drove. Just pressed the gas.
Was this your first race?
First race ever, and I think I got the bug. I think I want to do it again.
Congratulations. Thank you for being here at the Race for a Cure. Congratulations.
Thanks for having me.
I-15 Auctions, sold on supporting High Desert Sports. I-15 Auctions, from estate auctions to high-quality used vehicles at low, low prices.
Your High Desert Sports Report is brought to you by Down Home Grill in Victorville on the corner of Bear Valley Road and Ridgecrest Drive. The world-class auctioneers at I-15 Auctions. Bid fast, bid last. I-15 Auctions. Midway Home Solutions in Victorville, providing highest quality home appliances at discount prices for 6 decades. And Iwanzak Law Firm, trial lawyers for serious problems. And by the Community Table Restaurant in the Holiday Inn in Victorville, supporting High Desert teams, athletes, and sports programs. Yardbirds flashbacks provide memories for the local Pecos League team, this time a year ago. High Desert was entering postseason play on their way to winning the 2017 Pecos League Championship in the team's inaugural season. Chance Sharp turns it over to Greg Turner tonight in Tucson. The High Desert Yardbirds All-Star and 6-game winner is coming off a road game win in Bakersfield that opened High Desert's postseason play.
A lot of strikes, making the hitters work, a lot of contact because I'm a big contact pitcher. I don't give a lot of strikeouts, but I'll work in and out of the plate and throw a lot of strikes. Not so much trying to get the strikeout, but letting the hitters get themselves out, making contact.
High Desert fell in Game 1 of the Tucson series, largely due to 5 errors committed. Only 6 of the Segura's 15 runs were earned. That is remindful of High Desert's victory over Tucson in Adelanto, when the Seguras arrived after the grueling road trip from Arizona and committed 5 errors in that 9-4 loss to the Yardbirds. The Seguras entered the Pacific Division playoffs coming off 4 days' rest with the luxury of having the top of their pitching rotation on the mound to open the series. Dominic Zayer, the lone Yardbirds hitter, with a multiple hit game in Game 1 of the Pacific Division Championship Series. Dylan Kester, Shane Brown, Donald Glover, and Blake Butcher also hit safely. We don't look for the Seguras to hold Ronnie Grant and the Yardbirds down 2 games in a row. Tonight, High Desert throws the top man in the Yardbirds rotation, Greg Turner, poised to pitch the team 1 step closer to the Pecos League Championship.
We need to win, I think it's 5 total. 5 games total.
That's doable, Coach.
Yeah, let's do it.
The last series, High Desert played in Tucson. The Yardbirds dropped the opening game, then won the next 3 against the Seguras. In 1991, the first year of professional baseball in the High Desert, the High Desert Mavericks won the California League Championship behind manager Bruce Bochy. The team's unofficial theme song throughout the playoffs became "It Ain't Over Till It's Over" by Lenny Kravitz. High Desert Yardbirds fans dedicate this song to our 2017 players.
Thank you. Go Yardbirds.
Greg Turner leads High Desert past Tucson with his pitching and his hitting in the decisive game for the Pacific Division title. The Yardbirds play for the Pecos League Championship. Greg Turner pitches 6 strong innings in High Desert's 4-3 cliffhanger at Tucson, and the 24-year-old right-hander drives in the first run of the ball game as the Yardbirds clinch the Pacific Division pennant. Zach Williams comes on in the 9th and strikes out leading Tucson hitter Fernando Garza to earn the save and end the Segura's season. Zach Williams had struck out Garza in the 9th the night before in High Desert's must-win to stay alive victory. Tucson held the home field advantage for all 3 division championship contests, the Seguras defending Pecos League champions. Patrick Jones doubles to lead off High Desert's 5th in what was shaping up as a classic pitcher's duel. Greg Turner singles on a 2-2 pitch, driving in Patrick Jones, and the Yardbirds draw first blood. High Desert follows with a 3-run 6th to account for all the Yardbirds scoring. Blake Butcher, who collects 3 hits on the night, drives in Blaine Swift with the first of the 3 6th-inning runs. Blake Butcher had registered 3 hits the night prior in the Yardbirds' 4-1 victory. Utah Okazaki comes through with the clutch, bases loaded base hit that drives in 2, and High Desert has a 4-0 lead after 6. 2 hits on the night for the 26-year-old Utah Okazaki. Tucson scores 2 in the 7th to cut High Desert's lead in half. Jonathan Fleckenstein takes over in the 7th, and Avery Brandon shuts out the Seguras in the 8th, setting the stage for Zach Williams' 9th-inning closure. Looking back, coming out of the All-Star break, High Desert underwent a renovation of the roster in an effort to replace the firepower lost to leading hitters Kellen Marufo and Anthony Hawkins. The goal, rebuild a roster with firepower capable of overtaking both Bakersfield and Tucson in the Pacific Division. Part and parcel of the renovation process, elevating pitching coach Chance Sharp to manager. Lineup juggling and shuffling involved giving newcomers a baptism under fire. Half of High Desert's battery, the catching position, newcomers. Doesn't that pose a problem or learning curve for a new catcher coming in?
Yeah, Utah, our other catcher, Utah, he was helping me. He was helping explain it to me too. But I think it's just more like once you got to pro ball, they realize it's on you. They know we're all men. They know we all kind of we played at least 4 years of college. I think everybody, and so they all realize hey, these guys know what they're doing. It's kind of common sense in a way. Basically, all our pitchers, at least last night, they all had the same repertoire.
Except Chance Sharp.
Except Chance. But for the most part, they all had the same repertoire, and sidearms. I haven't caught Cody Culp, and I've never caught him for something from that angle before. It was just different, and it was something I had to get used to. But he did. He brought it pretty well last night.
Cody Culp appears poised to take the mound in Game 1 of the LCS, the League Championship Series in Roswell, New Mexico. Cody Culp was simply magnificent in pitching High Desert's elimination game of Bakersfield in the Yardbirds' first playoff series. Your High Desert Sports Report is brought to you by Down Home Grill in Victorville on the corner of Bear Valley Road and Ridgecrest Drive. The world-class auctioneers at I-15 Auctions. Bid fast, bid last. I-15 Auctions. Midway Home Solutions in Victorville, providing highest quality home appliances at discount prices for 6 decades. And Ewan Zach Law Firm, trial lawyers for serious problems. And by the Community Table Restaurant in the Holiday Inn in Victorville, supporting High Desert teams, athletes, and sports programs. This video sports flashback shows the 2016 High Desert Mavericks amid their California League championship season.
The High Desert Mavericks' 9th consecutive victory over Rancho Cucamonga features major contributions by a couple of the newest Mavericks. First baseman Dylan Moore rips his first home run as a Maverick in just his 2nd game with High Desert. Third baseman Elio Castillo collects 2 hits and drives in 2 runs with clutch at-bats amid 3-run and 9-run single-inning assaults. Jose Cardona singles through the hole at shortstop into left field to set up the Mavs' 3-run second. With Josh Morgan batting, Jose Cardona steals second, his 11th stolen base of the year. Cardona advances to third on a Tommy Bergian wild pitch. Jairo Barras drives in the first Mavericks run with a double off the wall at the Budweiser sign. 16th double of the year for the 21-year-old Jairo Barras and 50th run driven in on the season. The double also extends Jairo Barras' hitting streak to 6 straight games. Elio Castillo follows, driving in the second High Desert run with his first of 2 base hits on the night and first of 2 runs driven in. The 6'6" Jairo Barras slides across, scoring for the 49th time. Elio Castillo glides into second as the throw goes to the backstop. Mike De Leon's base hit drives in Elio Castillo, and it is 3-0 Mavericks. This is also the 5th consecutive base hit for the 19-year-old De Leon, who had gone 4 for 4 with a home run the night before. High Desert starter Jeff Springs coasts through the Rancho Cucamonga batting order first time through, striking out 5 of the first 9 hitters he faces. The 23-year-old encounters problems the second time through the lineup, though, and leaves in the 4th with the Quakes leading 5-3. High Desert's next run comes courtesy of Jose Cardona's blazing speed. Cardona doubles past Devin Ahart, leading off the 4th, Jose Cardona's 19th double of the year. Jairo Barras' fly ball to center is deep enough for Jose Cardona to easily reach third. With Elio Castillo batting, Jose Cardona trots across the plate on the second wild pitch of the night. 55th run scored by Jose Cardona in his 75 games with the Mavericks. End of 4, Mavericks within 1, 5-4. High Desert's major counteroffensive to Rancho Cucamonga's 5-run third comes in the 5th. Scott Heineman and Dylan Moore open up the frame with back-to-back singles, bringing up Jose Trevino. The Mavericks' all-star catcher puts High Desert back on top with his 6th home run of the season. Plate setters Scott Heineman and Dylan Moore batting leadoff, and in the 2-hole in skipper Howard Johnson's batting order, scoring ahead of Jose Trevino, and the Mavericks take a 6-5 lead. RBIs 49, 50, and 51 on the year for Trevino. The inning is just getting started. Luke Tendler and Jose Cardona draw walks, ending Tommy Bergian's night on the mound. Josh Morgan laces this drive past third baseman Matt Beatty and into the left field corner. Luke Tendler scores. Jose Cardona scores. 8-5 Mavericks on Josh Morgan's 15th double of the year and 47th and 48th runs driven in. Elio Castillo sends third baseman Matt Beatty stretching out in vain the opposite way, and Josh Morgan scores High Desert's run number 10. Second hit and second RBI on the night for the 22-year-old Mavericks third baseman. Elio Castillo will advance to second on yet another wild pitch, followed by a Scott Heineman base on balls. That brings on Dylan Moore, whose line drive leaves Heritage Field in a heartbeat. This blast clears the Heritage Medical Group sign so quickly, Quakes reliever David Reed Foley barely has time to turn around and view its departure. Dylan Moore's 3-run home run, his first as a Maverick, sends Elio Castillo and Scott Heineman across ahead of him and completes the final scoring in the 9-run fifth-inning uprising, 13-5, and that will be the final score in High Desert's 9th consecutive win over the Southern Division rival, Quakes. Mavericks sluggers give Saturday night fans plenty to cheer about on Cancer Awareness Night. 5 home runs, another free tacos night of offensive production, and a 1-run victory in a high-scoring affair that gives High Desert a 10th consecutive victory over the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes. Mavericks in Cancer Awareness jerseys to be auctioned off during the game and distributed to silent auction high bidders immediately after the game. Cody Palmquist, in his first start for High Desert, the 6'5", 22-year-old Palmquist made 17 previous appearances out of the Mavericks bullpen and was in fact named by the Texas Rangers as the organization's minor league relief pitcher of the month for the month of June. In his initial start, Rancho Cucamonga jumps out to a 5-0 lead, and Quakes fans are eating it up. But it is Cancer Awareness Night, and just like cancer survivors, the Mavericks put up a fight. A leadoff hitter's job includes trying to show as many pitches as possible to his teammates that follow, in addition to reaching base, and Scott Heineman performs those duties perfectly. An 8-pitch at-bat ends with Scott Heineman extending his hitting streak to 13 consecutive games. Heineman combines his speed and hustle to put himself in scoring position, an added bonus. Jairo Barras steps up and steps into a Michael Boyle offering, driving it over the Toyota sign in left field for his 16th home run of the year. It will be Quakes starter Mike Boyle suffering a nightmare inning, the Mavericks' second. Elio Castillo drives in Trip Martin, who had legged out a windblown double with 1 out. The Quakes had added a run in their second. This Elio Castillo RBI makes it 6-3 Rancho Cucamonga. Mike De Leon follows with this 2-run home run, the 9th of the year for the Mavericks' slick-fielding shortstop. Elio Castillo scoring ahead of Mike De Leon. The Rancho Cucamonga lead is whittled down to 1-6-5. Scott Heineman laces his second hit of the ball game into left field, the 6th multiple hit game for the Mavs left fielder in his last 12 games, and Scott Heineman is not done for this day. Dylan Moore's high fly ball to deep right is lost in the high sky by Yusniel Diaz. Scott Heineman scampers from first to third, and Dylan Moore is credited with a double, one of 4 hits on the day for Dylan Moore. Jairo Barras sees to it there is no doubt about this one, losing it over the second wall at Heritage Field. Home run number 17 on the year for Jairo Barras and 5th in his last 7 games. Scott Heineman and Dylan Moore crossing the plate ahead of the 6'6" slugger. The 17 home runs places Jairo Barras 4th in the California League in that department. It is an understatement saying Jairo Barras is coming on strong in these dog days of August.
Are you getting stronger in August? Great job hitting that ball.
I feel good. I take a good pitch and have the control for the strike zone and hitting hard the ball.
The Jairo Barras 3-run home run puts High Desert ahead 8-6, but the Mavericks are still not done in their half of the second. Jose Trevino steps in, pink cancer awareness bat in hand. Jose Trevino makes it back-to-back home runs following the Jairo Barras blast with the All-Star catcher's 7th round tripper of the year. Jose Trevino has been on a hot hitting streak of his own. He'll finish the day with 3 hits, giving him 18 hits in his last 8 games, raising his batting average over the 300 mark, 302 to be exact. But the Mavericks still have not extracted enough from Quakes pitchers in this marathon second inning. Josh Morgan follows a Jose Cardona walk with the RBI double, the fleet-footed Jose Cardona scoring all the way from first. Josh Morgan's 16th double of the year and the 8th High Desert run of the inning makes it 10-6. The Mavericks registered a 9-run inning the night before, and they are intent on duplicating that feat tonight. Elio Castillo delivers. The base hit into left center field sends Josh Morgan home with run number 9 in inning number 2. That shifts game-winning RBI honors to Mike DeLeon, who stays with the 2-strike pitch and pulls it into the right field corner. Trip Martin scores easily from second, and the Mavericks have regained the lead 14-13. Dylan Moore beats out the ground ball to third, but Mike DeLeon is thrown out at the plate to end the inning. By the time it is all said and done and all the dust is cleared, will DeLeon's RBI be enough to seal the win? Nick Gardewine returns in the 9th and puts the Quakes away. The Mike DeLeon to Josh Morgan force ending the game. High Desert survives and conquers. Nick Gardewine, the winning pitcher. Mike DeLeon, the game-winning hit for Mike DeLeon, who had homered earlier, make that 10 hits and 7 runs driven in his last 4 games.
You feel more confident? You feel stronger? You have been on a streak.
Yeah, I feel really comfortable in the batting box, and I just see the ball really good and put a good contact on the ball.
It all makes for a very happy ending to a glorious night for cancer awareness fundraising. Fans receive the commemorative jerseys worn by the players and purchased by the fans in the silent auction, with all proceeds going to the American Cancer Society and cancer research.
Nice job. Way to go.
Your High Desert Sports Report is brought to you by Down Home Grill in Victorville on the corner of Bear Valley Road and Ridgecrest Drive. The world-class auctioneers at I-15 Auctions. Bid fast, bid last. I-15 Auctions. Midway Home Solutions in Victorville, providing highest quality home appliances at discount prices for 6 decades. And Ewan Zach Law Firm, trial lawyers for serious problems. and by the Community Table Restaurant in the Holiday Inn in Victorville, supporting High Desert teams, athletes, and sports programs. This is your High Desert Sports Report, the Victor Valley's only weekly action highlights sports program, covering our area's schools, teams, athletes, and sporting events. On the Victor Valley Television Network, VictorValleyTV.com.